How you doing, sir?
Good to see you. Introduce yourself for us.
Amin, Elamrani, defensive end and defensive tackle.
Amin, Elamrani. And tell us about your role with this Northeast Guilford team. What's your job with the team? What do you do for this club?
I just get my guys ready. Like, I get them going.
And yes, game time, what makes this Northeast Guilford team click this year? In your opinion, why is it 4-2 instead of maybe even possibly 2-4? Different flip this year, different record.
Coach Bates gets us going with his pregame speeches. It's like nothing like that.
Nothing like you've heard before then. Motivation.
Nothing like I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? We talk about Coach. What do you think makes this guy click? Can you break any of it down for us? What makes Coach Bates click? What makes this guy work? What makes him click? What makes him tick? You might say.
What makes him bad?
What makes him go? What makes this guy work like he does? It makes this stuff be successful.
We really don't know.
Hard to figure it out.
Yeah, because before the pregame, he just sits and like he just clears his mind.
Real quiet.
Once it gets to us, he goes crazy. He lets us know what's going to happen.
He takes over and rules the roost.
Yes, sir.
Rules it all. What makes football fun for you? Why do you love this football game? I know it's much more fun when you're winning, but what makes it fun for you?
I love hitting.
The hitting part.
I just love going after. I love it.
So you're doing offensive line and defensive line?
Yes, sir.
And which do you like better?
Defensive line.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Talk about what you were able to do in that game last Friday. What was your role in the game last Friday? Some of the things you were able to do against Northern. You felt pretty good about your game. Some things that made your game good last Friday night.
I clogged the hole, made sure they could not run the ball up the middle. Try to get back to got a half a sack, but I got to the.
You guys put pressure on the quarterback quite a bit.
We definitely got a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, because a lot of hit on flipping too late in the game because he left that game after that 10 or 12-yard run, and that might have been a factor in the game when you start to break it all down, you start to dissect it because he leaves the game. He's been in a pretty good role.
Yes, sir.
The backup quarterback comes in, completes that first pass, offensive pass interference, but then all of a sudden they're going back about 25 yards.
Yes, sir.
You pretty much took him out of field goal range.
Yes, sir.
Because he missed an earlier field goal anyway against you guys.
Yes, sir.
College goals. Any college goals for you? Are you working on this college game plan now, or just working on the senior year, right? Senior year game plan?
Yeah, I'm talking to college coaches and everything to see where I'm going to end up next year and everything.
Where do you think you might end up? Any idea?
Where I might end up? Probably ECU.
ECU's the train right now. Got to get Swain on that train too.
Yes, sir.
Along with Tariq Ridges and also our big lineman tonight in it, Kickback Jacks, Amin, Elamrani. What's the background of that name? Give me some background on that.
Well, my father's from Africa.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes,
amazing.
Sir.
How long has the family been over here?
Oh, I was born and raised in Florida.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And my dad's been here about 22 years.
Wow, but he came here from Africa back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Some of the family in Florida then brought you guys up here.
Yes, sir.
How'd you guys end up in the Greensboro area?
I'm really not sure.
How old were you when you came up here, remember?
When I came, I've only been here for about 4 years.
About 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Was it a job change or something like that? Maybe brought you guys up this way?
That might be it.
Yeah. What about you come up here out of Florida? What about Northeast Guilford when you first came here? What did you think about this school? And think about this? Were you a football player down in Florida before? Grew up playing football?
Yes, sir.
What did you think about when you arrived here in Northeast? Has been on all these struggles all these years.
Really, it's a lot of hard work. I see that. I always see that. It's just it has to be capitalized. Not a lot of people buy into what Northeast does.
Got to get some results.
And then this year we're buying in. And we're going after it.
What about in a fast food restaurant? Say you travel into the fast food restaurant out of Highway 29 North somewhere. What's the most money you spent at the fast food restaurant over the years?
Fast food restaurant? Probably like $8.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Not doing like 10, 15, 20?
No.
Not the big money,
no,
about
$8? No, sir.
What about which coach in your team you think still got game, could still play?
Coach Bradford.
Coach Bradford, tell us why.
Because once he lines up against the O-line, sometimes when we're going through like a little walkthrough or something, they trying, but our walkthrough is not like we run. And he really just messes up the O-line.
How big is that
He got
guy?
spin moves. He's probably about 280 something, 6'2".
So Coach Bradford could definitely do some damage.
Yes, sir. He's a D-line coach.
If you could sit down and have a meal, have yourself a meal with, say, someone who is presently with us or someone who's passed away, someone's dead, someone's gone, sit down, form a meal, who would you invite for that meal? Who would be your special guest? One person, dead or alive?
I could pick anybody.
Pick anybody, yeah. From past history or current modern day?
My favorite, I'm probably going to put my favorite defensive end, which is Vic Beasley.
Who's that?
Vic Beaslly.
Vic Beasley, okay.
That's probably who I'll pick. That's my favorite defensive end.
Big defensive. Where is Vic from again? Clemson?
Vic is from Clemson, yes, sir.
That's what I thought. Last sprint of the day, you guys are practicing, going hard at it and about dead, but there's one guy who's got a lot of guts left in him. Who wins that last sprint of the day at Northeast Guilford? Coach Bates has got you guys on that side practice field beside the parking lot there. You guys are digging in hard, finishing up. And the guy wins the last sprint. This guy's going to get maybe some special recognition. He might even get to skip a few sprints the next day.
Yes, sir.
Who wins it?
Lineman, or because we separate, we do lineman and we do
who wins the lineman?
Skill. Oh, me.
You're going to beat them all.
Without a doubt.
Wear them out. Is that the same story every day?
Yes, sir.
Honestly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about the other players, the skill position players?
It's between Desmond Overton, and Tariq.
Tariq's always there too.
Yes, sir.
Tariq, he talks a good game, but he also plays a good game too.
Most definitely.
Strong, a good leader.
Yes, sir.
You like that leadership?
Yes, sir.
And you need that kind of leadership.
Yes,
That's what's important about this team. That's what it all means.
Yes,
Who do you think's the meanest person on your team, the toughest person?
The meanest person?
Yeah, one-on-one in practice, you got to go up against this guy. Either you guys are down going head-to-head on the ground, or maybe standing up going head-to-head. Who's that?
I'll say Quandre Clegg.
Yeah,
linebacker.
He doesn't get much recognition. I don't know what it is.
No,
I mean, talking about a chip on his shoulder. That guy should have a chip the size of a mountain on his shoulder, because that guy is a very good player. Just doesn't get enough recognition.
He's nasty.
Throw his name out again.
Quandre Clegg, number 27.
Yep. Tough player, very tough player. And I think maybe sometimes the offense may run away from him because he's not allowed to make as many tackles because you don't hear his name as much.
They probably game plan around him.
Yeah, probably work around him.
Him and David Ola. David Ola stepped up this year.
David Ola stepped up big last week, had a huge game for you guys.
He stepped up big this year.
That defense is playing well. You got to give the defense a lot of credit for your guys' success.
You know number one defense in the county is.
Who's the defensive coordinator?
Coach Bradford.
Coach Bradford.
Yes, sir.
And you just mentioned, before you mentioned Coach Bradford, if we asked the question, you mentioned number one defense in the county. Got to believe. You got to believe in that.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think is the nicest person on your team?
JJ.
JJ?
Jaheim Justice.
Jaheim Justice, the offensive lineman.
Yes, sir.
Well, if we had him here right now, he'd probably help us all.
It'd probably make you all laugh.
Make us feel good.
Yes, sir.
You hit it big. You make it to the NFL. This is all hypothetical. Why not? I'm going with you. You make it to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
And you got the big paycheck. What's the first thing you buy your mom?
My mom?
Yeah.
My mom would probably a house.
Gotcha, brand new house.
Yes, sir.
I hope I don't hit a question one week and ask these guys, what do you buy your mom? And some guy's mom may have passed away if that happens. Please forgive me for that, but I'm just asking that question. I think it's a neat question. So you buy her a brand new house.
Yes, sir.
Think a lot of your mom.
Yes, sir.
And your dad.
Yes, sir.
Came from Africa here years ago. Your dad probably had to pave the way for your family.
Probably.
And again, Amin, Elamrani. Is that close?
Elamrani.
Elamrani. Got it. I love that name. I'm going to learn that name before the season's over.
Yes, sir.
Someone you think on your team that could win the music video. Who's the best music person on there?
Music video?
Yeah, be on national television, win the big fans vote.
Probably Jay Will. That's what we call him, Jay Will, number 51.
51.
Yes, sir.
Your number again,
56.
56.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, I see it now. I tell you what, because I like guys who memorize numbers.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't know the numbers, you don't know the game of mine. You got to know the other players' numbers, teammates' numbers, the opposing. Do you know the number? I'll just ask off the top. Do you know the number of the player, the quarterback for the team tomorrow night? Know his number yet?
11.
Good. You need to know the quarterback's number and the running back's number, because you want to see those numbers all night long.
You know the quarterback, running back, everybody.
Put them on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Who's the top running back? What's his number for their team? You know?
For their running, they got 2. They have 6, 8.
Gosh.
They switch it. They switch their running backs up.
You got to know them. You got to put those just like the quarterback in your game last week, game this week.
Yes, sir.
Some every week. Got to put them on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Got to like that Bradley Chubb guy from NC State. Got to put Lamar Jackson on the ground tonight.
He's nasty.
Love watching that. You like watching that guy play. Oh, same here. Playing 8 o'clock here at Kickback Jack State and Louisville. Yes, and you got to put Jackson. If you don't catch him, you got to catch that guy.
Yes, sir.
He is the key to that team.
Got to contain.
We got this guy Jermaine Pratt out of High Point Central on that state team. Plays well. We mentioned Moorhead. Jarius Moorhead's here as well.
Yes,
out of Eastern Guilford.
Yes, sir.
Got to love him. Friday night, big play. What's the perfect play for you?
Sack.
Big sack.
Sack. Close game. Sack with like 2 seconds to go.
Late in the game and it ends the game.
Yes, sir.
Finishes it with exclamation point.
Yes, sir.
Give me an idea why you feel like your team will win that game against Rockingham County tomorrow night.
We're a better team.
Better team?
We work harder. We work for so much more.
What's that quarterback's number again?
Number 11.
I want to keep that number in my mind too. Love those numbers. Favorite ice cream flavor? Favorite flavor of ice cream? This tells a lot about a person.
I'll say strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yes, sir.
Strawberry man. With a little shortcake involved.
Yes, sir.
NC State or Louisville tonight?
NC State.
Taking a Wolfpack. I do hope they win. Devin Funchess. Who is he?
Carolina Panthers receiver.
Very good. Jordan Rodriguez. Remember her name?
No, sir, I don't.
She's a reporter. Asked Cam Newton that question yesterday about the game when Devin Funchess ran those routes and all had a little controversy break out. You know Funchess, the receiver.
Yes, sir.
Like him.
Number 17.
Biggest football name, man. You've been at Northeast 4 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just based on what you've been around and seen or even heard from other people, who's the biggest name to come out of Northeast Guilford football over the years?
I'll probably say Dennis Marsh. It was Coach Marsh. He used to be a defensive line coach.
That's a good name, man. Good name.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know your numbers, you know your past, great, because I remember Marsh, big lineman, played there years ago, and I think he might have gone to Division I possibly.
Yes, sir.
Because I know the guy, Matt Deese, went to Maryland, and Marsh might have went there close to Maryland too, possibly. I don't know for sure, but that's a great memory.
Yes,
good job there. Good job as always. Well, that's it for Mr. Amin tonight. Thank you for your good work. Good luck tomorrow night. Number 11 and number 6, the running back's number.
Yes, sir, and 8, 2. Yes,
Keep them in your mind, man.
Yes,
good
sir.
job. Great job.
Thank you.